The greatest power you possess is your ability to choose. Join Lowe's Moore as he reveals how you can begin to maximize that power by exploring yourself on the deepest levels and committing to making lasting and positive changes. Get ready to achieve breakthroughs that will lead to accelerated growth and transformation, because you are now tuned in to The Blueprint.
Why they actions contradict the lamb. I'm fellowshipping when I'm with the fam. That's more relations. That's foreign.
Good evening and welcome to Lowe's Moore and the Blueprint podcast. Again, many of you probably already know what I'm going to say. I'm excited. No, I'm just joking. I am excited to be back this week on the Blueprint podcast. And again, we are, I always say, look, I'm happy that we have a month that we honor women. This is Women's History Month. But just like Black History Month, right? We can't be defined by one month, right? Every day we celebrate women. Every single day I celebrate my mom, my aunts, my beautiful wife, my daughters, all my family, all the women in my family, man. Every day we salute you. Just like every day is about Black history and the celebration of it. So I just wanted to get that out the way. But this is Black History, celebrating Black history, not Black history, but Women's Month, Women's History Month. And we've had, some amazing women over this last month. And I can't say that there was one any better than the other. I'm sure that many of you have been truly blessed by the women we had in March and even before March, where we had, I think, Danielle Brown kind of start us off. And it was amazing to see the talent, the charisma, the careers that these women are leading. And so, again, we salute women. All over the world, we salute all the women on this celebration of Women's Month, and we're really excited. And it was, March is it is Disability Month as well. We didn't do a whole lot, with it, but we want to acknowledge a number of things that are in the month of March. And of course, I don't know if any of you, man, I'm like almost at the end where I'm excited and about March Madness. Our family has been going back and forth between the NCAA of the women's NCAA and the men's NCAA, and then I think I just got overwhelmed, man. Then there's the NIT, the WNIT. Right. We just like in the beginning of the year when college basketball first started, it's like games are on every day in the afternoon, in the morning. And sometimes you can get a little exhausted. Right. Well, we're coming down to the end. Right. And I did not. And over the last 2 or 3 years, I did not fill out a bracket because, man, every time I fill out a bracket, that thing is busted in the first in the first day, right? And who would have thought, like in the women's tournament, that Belmont, right, will be where they are right now. And wow, hey, I always say, like, when I played and I never got a chance. Huh? Oh, it's not Belmont, it's Creighton. Yeah, Creighton. Yeah, it was Creighton's men's team and then Creighton's women's team. And they are doing phenomenal. The Creighton women's basketball team is having an amazing season, right? And, I remember, man, this is a different time because when you, as I said a couple of weeks ago, when you play during the regular season, man, whether you win or lose that game, man, there's practice and another game tomorrow or somewhere down the road. There is another game. But when you get to conference play, right? And it's you get the conference play, and you're trying to win your conference championship or your league championship. Yeah, that's different. NCAA is different. It's a different kind of pressure. It's a different kind of stress because you got to be on top of your game, right? And some people play well during the beginning of the season, and then there's some people that don't play well during the beginning of the season, and then all of a sudden at the end of the season they get in a flow, they get in a nice rhythm, and next thing you know they're really playing well. 3 of my 4 years in college, we made it to our conference championship, but we never won the conference championship, which means that I never got a chance to play in the NCAAs. So, I mean, for all those who made it there, I say congratulations, both men and women. And man, what can you say about this St. Peter's, the Peacocks? I mean, right now, they're struggling against North Carolina, and man, you can't get behind against great teams. And when I came downstairs, I think they were down by 20 points. But I salute them, man, because they feared no one and nobody, right? And congratulations to them. Congratulations to everyone, right? That made it to the NCAAs, whether it be the NIT, WNIT, and the NCAA men and women. So I'm excited to see who's going to be the champion. Even right now, we still can't predict who's going to win the championship, but that's okay. So let me jump into it. Right now, I have in my hand, this is my seed. This is a little ball, but this is my seed. I'm about to drop it into that pond, expecting the ripple effect from this show, right? I'm expecting this show, this interview, to be a blessing to someone out there, as many of and I would say all of the podcasts have been. And so I'm excited, but I want to jump right into it, right? And I want to start with the book of the week. Yeah, and I don't know who book that is. No. Well, that's Teisha Hyman's book, right? I was trying to purchase it. I don't think they sell them anymore, but man, she did this book a while ago, right? And I saw some reviews on it, man. People enjoyed this book, and I don't know. She's going to be on today, and so we're going to figure out how we're going to get one of those books and get it autographed. That's what I say, right? I'm excited about that. So now the word of the week is charisma, right? Like my guest tonight. I don't know if I don't want to give it away, but if you've seen her play basketball, right, you're about to see something in a moment, right? You're going to realize she got charisma, right? And when, after the interviews, after the games or before the games, you can see that charisma just coming out, that leadership, right? That success, that authority that comes with her game, right? Awesome, right? And so that's my word of the week, charisma, right? I like charisma. I like charisma. Charisma's a special word, charisma. I like that word, right? So charismatic, right? Charisma. Yeah. And then this is my Hill and Pierce Harper affirmation quote moment, right? This is a simple one. This is 25 positive affirmations, but this is one of them. It's simple. I can, I will, end of story. You wake up in the morning and say, look, whatever I'm going up against, I can defeat it, right? I will defeat it. End the story, period, right? Yeah, awesome affirmation right there. Keep it simple, right? And then here is my music and movie of the week. And I man, when I was a little kid, man, I used to love going seeing the Harlem Globetrotters. And remember that when they used to come out for the warm-ups and you do all those. We used to do that when I was a little kid. That was part of our warm-up, right? Where you flip the ball, spin the ball around, throw it around your head, flip it to your, to the other person on the other side. He do his little, through the legs and little dribble and flip the ball to somebody else. Well, we try to be like the Harlem Globetrotter. Man, that song is legendary, right? I would play it for you, but they might cut me off, man. So I'm not going to do that. But, I tried to play something before and didn't work out. But anyway, if you get a chance, man, go to YouTube and look at the Harlem Globetrotters music and listen to that song. You'll fall in love with it. And then our movie or documentary, The Queen of Basketball. I mean, Shaquille O'Neal was a big part of this. With Lucy Harris. I want to shout out. She's our women of the month. This is our Women's Month shout out. Lucy Harris. I didn't know many of you knew she was the first woman to be drafted into the NBA, right? And if you haven't, see if you can. I don't pull it up, but I caught it, right? I caught it up on NBA TV. They have the documentary on there. Look at the guide and see if you can find it, man. What an awesome story. What an awesome story. What an awesome lady. What an amazing basketball player, man. Just dominant, right? And, check her out. And she's my woman of the month. And then, I want to shout out some, man, I don't know if you knew it or not, but there was some amazing things happening in NCAA, particularly in the NCAA women. Man, look at that. There are like 12 African-American women, man, at the start of the NCAA this year. And that's awesome, man. And my guest tonight, her coach is going to be up there. Her coach is up there and the coach from Buffalo and now at Syracuse University. And that's amazing. And then my daughter Sherelle, she coached with Ty over at Howard University, and she's down there at the end. Man, shout out, just a real shout out to all those amazing coaches. And the question is, can South Carolina do it again? That's what the question is. So we know we'll see. So let's get rolling here, right? I don't think I have any more. Oh yeah, I want to say to my niece Shannon out there in the Maryland, DC area, I want to say happy birthday to you from the Blueprint. I want to say happy birthday to you, and hey, love you. Kirsten. And we can't forget Kirsten too. My niece Kirsten as well. It's her birthday, and happy birthday to you guys. And enjoy it. Don't do anything crazy. So, and then coming soon to the Blueprint, we got Pastor David Holder from the New York Covenant Church. Man, now in the beginning of January, I had a show, and then my theme for this year is stretching in 2022. You got to stretch yourself. Think outside your limit. Get outside your box and think. And Pastor David Holder, he's doing some amazing stuff, man. I can't wait to interview him, man. It's gonna blow your mind what he's actually doing. And then we have a Mount Vernon legend, man. We have Mr. Bobby Daniels, man. He's a legend artist, and man, not only just an artist, but before he was an artist, man, this guy broke mostly every track record at Mount Vernon High School back in the day. And I'm looking forward to him. He's going to be coming all the way from Italy. It's going to be like 1:30, 2 o'clock his time, and it's going to be 7 o'clock my time. But, and then we're going to have the legendary, I don't know, it wasn't trying to come out, legendary Coach Bob Semino from Mount Vernon High School, man, won another gold ball, another regional championship, and another state championship. Man, congratulations to the Mount Vernon Knights, right? 24-0 this year. So I'm looking forward to having a conversation with him. And so let us get right into this now. After these highlights, I'm going to introduce my guest, and we're going to get rolling.
Coke
What
on
a
the
beautiful
cold
fake move on the inside by Hyman.
12 in the corner, me and the dog getting out. Got 27
Hyman
colors just beside
in the
the
bucket.
couch. I got it from Birdman out of his Miami spot. I told her, don't call me, she at Miami. They hate to see you
Syracuse.
rockin', we gon' pay
Then
the
the answer for them is the answer again.
I caught the top off with a big
Hyman dialing up our own number that bounces in. Shooter stuck.
I got a lot of spots for this for all my kids.
Calling her number a few times in this game.
All over bricks.
Does it again and he gets the two.
I told it to my dog, I told the bitch.
Awesome. Welcome to the Blueprint. Oh, my little cuz. Teisha Hyman. Teisha, what's up? Oh, unmute yourself. There you go. Oh, you good?
Oh,
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. No complaints. I got a serious question right off the bat.
Mhm.
Where'd you get them skills from?
I don't know. Combination of everybody, I guess.
Oh, everybody like who?
Dad, uncle, you, right?
Okay. I know you had to throw your dad in there because, like, he'd be like, "What? Not me?" You know.
Yeah.
Oh man, and there go dad right there. Back in the day. Back in the day. Hey, when you were young, did he brag about like I had skills?
Oh, he does it to this day.
What kind of skills did he say he had?
He go, I used to play now. I used to have a jump shot. Then he get in the backyard, airball that thing right there. They said he was fast though, so.
Oh yeah, well, you know what? I can attest that. I can attest to the fact that he was fast, right? We used to go to, of course, Plymouth, North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we meet down there on a holiday or during the summer, and we used to all get together. It was called White City, right? They should have changed the name later on because none of the houses were white. But back in the day, all the houses used to be white, and they had like a court right in the middle of the housing projects or the houses, and then they became housing projects, like
Okay.
yeah, and they became these brick buildings. But we used to go play, meet with me, my brother Curtis, my brother Doug, right, and we used to go to either the Plymouth High School gym. And then they had a barn. It was a barn. They called the gym. And then it was the outside. And when we used to arrive down there, man, people used to call people up and say we were there. And then everybody would just come down and want to play against us, man. That's what so if whatever your dad says, I have to say yes.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. He has some stuff, why? Because it runs in the family. None of us like to lose.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody likes to lose. And so he had game. He had a little game. Yeah, he had a game. So I can attest to it. I'm a witness.
I'm gonna give him some slack then. I'm gonna cut him some slack.
Oh yeah, and there go your cousin Daryl over there.
Hey,
Yeah.
Daryl.
What's up, Daryl? What's going on, man? Daryl was hitting me up last week because I went to see Charles Oakley. Charles Oakley has a book out called The Last Enforcer, and I went to his book signing, and Daryl was telling me, "Yeah, man, I was in school with Charles Oakley." I was like, "Yeah, did you play?" No, I'm just joking. I was just yeah, no, I'm just joking. So yeah, talk to me a little bit about, I have 3 questions to kind of start out, right? And then of course we get into the whole basketball thing. So talk to me a little bit about, I think besides Isaiah, right, Treese? I think besides Isaiah, I don't know if I had Isaiah on. Isaiah is probably the youngest person I had on. But now you're the youngest person I've had on. And so talk to me. One of my first questions: how important is family? How important is faith? And how important is education? So and break down. You got, mom, dad, grandparents, talk about how important they are.
Okay, so family is very important to me. Um, I kind of value that. That's like my most valuable value.
Mhm.
Sometimes, like after God and faith and stuff. But family is what carry me through. They always have my back. They're my support, and I'm just always happiest around them.
Wow.
So yeah, my grandpa when I was younger, he played a really important role for me. He was just there all the time. If I wanted to go shoot in the snow in a blizzard, he would be there catching my rebounds.
Oh,
So he was just that the go-to guy for anything. Um, my grandma, she always they both of them they always have my support. You know, they all get on my nerves, but they gonna have my back. So and they always believed in me as well. And
no, man.
parents, probably
I, I
the
don't. I don't
mom.
want to. I don't want to tell my age or nothing like that. But I know your your grandfather. Yeah, I know you. I know your grandfather. I think he has a brother too, right?
Yeah,
Like,
he got a couple.
yeah, and I remember they. I think they lived on 11th Avenue back in the day. I think it was like 11th Avenue. I used to go to a babysitter over there, and on 11th Avenue, he lived in the house over there, I think. And yeah, I remember your grandfather and your
Yeah.
uncle as well. And of course, I coached AJ. Yeah, he ain't never seen a shot he didn't like.
Right. Yeah.
So continue to talk about family and a little bit more about family.
Um. Yeah. Oh, my sister. I almost forgot. Yeah, she's like my little big sister. She's older than me by 2 years, but what can I say about her? She always gonna push me to be the best I can. She's probably I'm gonna say she's the most positive person and throughout the family. And she's just great. If I need to talk to someone, she's there. If I want to have fun, she's there. She's just always there. Like that's literally my sister. I don't know how that's my sister.
Yeah, and I remember, man, family is just so awesome, man. And of course, people see my family or look at our Facebook, and you can see that what's important in our lives is
Hmm.
family too. So when I see your mom and dad Facebook page and I see the family, I'm just like wow, they taking pictures of everything. Everything is on there. So yeah, and that's family is really extremely important. And how did they push you in regards to, because you were a scholar, I understand, scholar athlete. So what about education?
I want to say this before I get to the education. I got family from all over. Down south family. They come and support every year. Sometimes we go down there to visit. So they also play a good part, just like y'all do too.
Yeah.
Um, education. Yeah, my mom was very on top of the education when I was younger, since I was little. Um, if I'm a B student and I get a C, she gonna talk about it. If I'm an A student and I get a B, she gonna talk about it. So yeah, she let
Yeah.
me she let me uh she let me not have to stay in the house until I finish some work, stuff like that.
Yeah. Did you find that playing sports and going to school was hard?
Not in high school. High school was pretty easy to manage. I liked school in high school. I didn't really do much in high school with schoolwork. I was very on top. I just did everything in advance and had a lot of free time. But college it's more busy and
Hmm.
it's harder to manage time. Early practices, and then you go straight into school. And then you get out at 5 p.m. Then you got time for homework. Maybe eat some, and then you got to do it all over again tomorrow. Um, but playing a sport motivates me to do good in school, knowing that I have to stay on top of my grades in order to play. So it's a blessing. It's a blessing.
Yeah. And you mentioned down south family. So
Mhm.
you have you've been to Plymouth. I know you've been to Plymouth before.
I've been once.
What?
Yeah.
Did you miss it? I mean, like, achoo, and you went by it?
We had went for my dad's side of the family. It was like a reunion or something. So we went
Hmm.
down there one time. Other than that, we kind of go to my mom's side in North
Right.
Carolina.
Oh, okay. What part of North Carolina is she in?
Ooh, Mama, comment on here which part you in. I don't. I think it's might be Raleigh, might be Mars, Martinsville, Virginia. That's what it
Marshville,
is.
Virginia.
Martinsville, Virginia. We go to Virginia.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But only look at Kirsten. I seen a picture with you guys when you were in little in AAU.
Ah,
Kirsten was in that picture too. I said, "Oh, they go Kirsten right there, smiling."
right.
Oh man, but yeah, one time in Plymouth. Wow,
Mm,
interesting.
I
Yeah,
know.
and you got a lot of people in Plymouth. I mean, literally. Um,
On Libby's birthday. Yeah, it was for on Libby's birthday.
oh, on Libby's birthday, on Libby got to be up there, man. I mean, whoo, that's a blessing,
Mhm.
man. And man, I tell you, man. Yeah, I don't. You only thing you miss in Plymouth, because you would miss Plymouth, but I mean, only thing you miss in Plymouth is like your family. There's a lot of people there. That's your family.
Mhm.
You turn around, hey, I'm your cousin. Oh, hey, I'm your aunt. You know, hey.
Right.
As long as somebody say I'm your brother, no, just no, you don't want that to happen, right? Nothing's impossible though.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, mama.
Nothing's impossible. So, talk a little bit about faith, and inside that process. You know, the management of, in terms of the important family, the family value of faith, and then managing faith in education, because they're test and trial as you went to high school and then into college, right? Talk about the importance and power of faith.
Coming from a background of churchgoers, faith is very important. I think that's what drives us every day. You know, what's the point of living with no faith?
Hmm.
So, for me, my story, injuries, obstacles, wanted to win, ups and downs. I just think all I could do was have faith. Um, I know everything doesn't last forever. There's tests and trials, and you know, God doesn't give you know his battles to his weakest warriors. You know, he ain't gonna give us more than we can handle. So I always think if there's a way in, there's a way out. So I
Hmm.
think just always keeping faith, keeping strong, keeping focused on the task and your destiny is very important.
Yeah. And I remember, man, I always admired you. I didn't have a whole lot of injuries in my career, and if I had them, they were minor injury. I was really blessed in that aspect. Is that me?
Yeah.
Oh, am I going somewhere? I don't know. But no, so I haven't had any major injuries other than when I was supposed to not be playing, stop playing ball. Like,
Mhm.
I still think I could still do it. That's when I got hurt.
Right.
But while I was playing, I was blessed not to have many injuries. And I pray a lot for you. Uh, throughout your career, and I was there. I think you was about to score your 2,000 points.
Yeah.
Yeah, and from an athlete to an athlete, of course, with great reward in sports or entertainment, right?
Right.
There's great risk.
Mhm.
They say, "Oh, what's the benefits of this career?" and what's the lack of benefits of this career, or something that's negative about this career. And the career supports is the positive side is the rewards that we get when we play well, and the honors and the winning and all those things. But also the risk is the thing we love comes with the possibility of injuries.
Right.
So I mean, no other person feels it like another athlete to an athlete. I mean,
Hmm.
when I see an athlete get hurt, I'm just thinking in my head, man, I'm like, whoo, yeah. And we were all set there. You about get everybody's already in the gym and looking for you to score your 2,000 uh, point,
Right.
and man, then ultimately you get injured. And I'm like, my heart was like, you know. And you mentioned one of the things I was encouraged by, right, was from your dad and your mom, and what I've seen over the years was faith, right? I mean, I was saying to myself, if anybody can handle it, Teisha will be able to handle it. I mean, and you would certainly a warrior in that process. And what were you thinking, like when it happened, and what was your thoughts?
Being transparent. So there was a guy at my school, Thomas Newkirk, and he has said right when it happened, he said that's ACL. I'm like, don't put that in the air. Like, go over there with that. You know what I'm saying? I,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
haven't had any injuries, not even a twisted ankle, barely, and those were minor. So when he said that, I was like, man, why would you say that? And then it happened to be ACL. It was just when I got diagnosed from the doctor, I got in the car and I cried.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was my last year at AAU, and that was my most joyous moments was playing with AAU. I'd
Mm.
rather play AAU than high school. It's better competition and then just the team. So that really hurt.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and it is because difference between high school and AAU. Well, a high school is not meant
Mm.
to be AAU. It's just what it is. Just your high school. Unless, I mean, did you ever think about, like, okay, you know you're in high school, were there ever any, because you were loyal,
Yeah.
right? So you were loyal, and I'm sure there's some people saying you should have went to a better high school, so forth and so on. And you made the decision to stay in your high school and honor that. So that's a powerful thing all by itself. What was your thoughts on that?
Of course, competitively, I wanted to go somewhere else, but also at another competitive standpoint, I had something to prove within the area. People had their doubts about me, and I just had a chip on my shoulder, and I wanted to prove them wrong. So I needed to stay and just kind of make a name. Well, I had a name, reintroduce my name in the
Hmm.
in the environment I'm in. So I didn't want to leave empty-handed, so they could say anything. So I just tried my best and just stay 10 toes.
Yeah, no, you did your thing. And how hard was it? How hard was the rehab?
A year is too long. It was the first couple months. It didn't feel like I was doing anything. I felt like I wasn't making any progress because the muscles were so dead. You had to just build it up from the ground. So it was just tough, exhausting. But after a while, I kind of started liking it as I seen results. And then sometimes you just gotta go back to the faith. Just trust the process. Even when
Yeah.
the results aren't seen, it's the inner works.
Yeah. Well, though you drop in some, we always say on the show here, they're either nuggets or dimes,
Mhm.
right? And people need to hear that when they go through struggle. What you just said. You know, uh, trust the process.
Mhm.
And then so you finish your senior year, do well,
Yeah.
right? And then you get all them awards and stuff like that throughout the years. Um, and you were nominated for the McDonald's.
Hmm.
Did you get in?
No, state a nominee.
It was their fault. Uh, They didn't know what they was doing.
Wow.
They did not know what they was doing. Hey, let me say this: you was in good company, right? Because um, y- you those are chips, right? You just keep knocking those chips off
Mhm.
because Ben Gordon didn't make McDonald's All American,
Okay.
right? So you just keep knocking them. He just kept knocking them chips off,
Hmm.
right? And you know your skill level and what you're trying to accomplish, and in the end, you're gonna win.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. And so, what did and I was, of course, I was there when uh you signed to go to college.
Hmm.
We were all there at the signing. What came into the process of selecting the school? Now, because when you were back when I saw you in AAU, right? AAU was sitting on the. I said, man, where you going to school at? We thinking about going to school. You said, I'm going to UConn.
I said that.
Yeah, you said it to me. I said, what school are you thinking about? You said UConn.
I
And
must come on.
but you know what? You could change. I mean, people used to ask me where I was going to school, man. And one day I was like, I'm going to North Carolina. What school you going to? I'm going to North Carolina State. What school you going to? I'm going to UCLA. Yeah. So
Um, Coach Reese played a big part. She built the relationship. She took the time. She came to everything. My games, my workouts, home visits. So I think just the relationship that we kind of had played a big part in me picking a school. And
yes.
then also we have our own bathrooms where we live, so we don't have to share bathrooms. So that was good for me too.
It came down to the bathroom.
I'm gonna tell you a true story, right? So
Okay.
I was sitting on my visit, and I was gonna Coach Q and Coach Reese, they ain't know I was gonna commit. So I was sitting in the office, and he was just talking, Then I started thinking, and I couldn't hear him talk no more, but he was still talking. I said, God, how do I know if I'm picking the right school? I kid you not, just like that. He says, oh, and they have their own bathrooms in their room. That's when I was like, all right, you know,
Oh man, I never heard that one before, but okay. Uh,
that was literally it. That was okay.
oh man, the bathroom did it. And not, I was like, look, when they was talking some Syracuse, I was thinking like, man, that's over there near Buffalo, Syracuse, snow. No,
Yeah,
I was trying to get away from the cold and ran into it. West Virginia was still cold.
I had no idea about the weather.
My coach that recruited me, yeah, you wasn't even thinking about the weather. You was just thinking about the bathroom.
Right.
Oh man, I was thinking about the weather, man, because I was thinking, and the coach set me up too, and he was like became one of my best friends, right?
Hmm.
I was like, look, I'm trying to get out the snow. It snows in West Virginia. He's like, nah, man, ain't snowed in West Virginia in 25 years. Man, it snowed in September when I got there. I was like, what is going on? Coaches will say a whole lot of stuff, boy.
Right.
But you got your bathroom, right?
Sure did. And my major too. It was hard to pick between my different schools because some schools didn't have my major and some did. So I had to pick and choose.
Yeah. And so your mom, Angela, she helped you out? No.
Yeah, she okay, so my mom, she's not really the most knowledgeable with the basketball aspect. That's my dad. So my dad does the basketball thinking, my mom does the academics. So, you know, I'll talk to my mom about academics. She's more concerned about my major and how I'm gonna get help if I'm gonna have tutoring. And then my dad's like, Teach, you know, it's a Power 5 school, you know, Teach, come on, you know. So
She said hi to me. Hi, Angela. Yeah. Hey, that was like a loving basketball kind of thing. The mom was like,
mhm,
baking cakes, ironing shirts. Yeah. Oh,
right.
no. She your mind baking no cake. No, this your baking cake. Yeah. And so um you go to Syracuse. I presume he was excited.
Hmm.
Who wouldn't be excited? That was a thing that drew me to West Virginia. I walked into the Coliseum and I was like, oh, I'm gonna play here, you know. So when you walked into the dome,
Hmm.
right? What was your thoughts?
So I saw the dome as a football and a football like. So you went to a football game first. I'm like, yeah. No, I'm not the most expressive person. I'm kind of laid back because I don't want to get too excited and I miss things. So I keep myself mellowed out so I can hear everything, see everything. But it was pretty cool. The college experience, the dome was packed, and then the basketball aspect, it was good. You know, I never seen a gym like the dome. It
Mm.
was just different, and yeah, it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, and I just saw your dad say your mom ain't iron no shirt.
Neither do I, so we good.
Oh man. So you go into your first year. The teacher will be wrinkled.
So, yeah.
So in your first year, what was it like? I mean, again, you still dealing with some injury situation, but what was it like? The whole process, classes, practice, getting ready for the season.
My major is tough, so it was just schoolwork and schoolwork and schoolwork. It's the one of the most heaviest loads for major wise at Syracuse University. So doing that in basketball as a freshman, it was kind of a shock, like whoa. But
Hmm.
basketball wise, it was great. I'm coming out of high school off my ACL injury. I just had all the confidence in the world. So trying to fill out the system, trying to play my game within the system was a challenge a little bit because it's a lot of adjusting. High school and college basketball is totally different. High school you have a little bit more freedom. College you're playing in a system, so it was hard adjusting to yeah.
Yeah, and so did I think you got injured a little? You hurt your knee a little bit. Um, Again, you like what were you thinking then? Like, oh man.
I knew once I went down, and I kind of just like here we go again, round two. So I knew right
Yeah.
when I went down it was the same injury, but I told myself this time around I got to be better mentally, and I'm gonna take advantage of this opportunity. I'm gonna develop a better relationship with God. I'm gonna fix my mental aspect. I'm gonna speak nicer to myself, and I'm gonna learn some more skills while I have this time off. So
Mm.
I think I just took full advantage of that opportunity.
Yeah, because sometimes number one, people can get really down. That's a good strategy because people can get down on themselves and put themselves in a hole, and some people don't come out. But you thought
Right.
right away, man, how do I get better because of this?
Right.
Yeah, that's cool. And then then all of a sudden the pandemic, the pandemic showed up in your career. You get injuries, pandemic, and so sophomore year, you were it was in the pandemic, right? You still
Yeah. Hmm.
yeah, and yeah, and then the other thing is, man, people don't know how stressful college is. And what did you think about your teammates and because you had a pretty talented team when you first came in there.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the difference between? Well, of course, I know there's a skill difference between high school and college. Is in terms of the level. What do you think in terms of the level of skills? And when you saw that level of skills, you said, "Oh, I can play," or "I got to improve," or "Oh man, I can handle these girls, man." You know.
Always in the back of my head, I'm feeling I can take anybody. So going into that aspect and mindset in college, I'm competing just like them. When you get there, you kind of find out that college is more. They have more selfish people. Everybody wants to make it, so they looking out for themselves in a way. They competing for spots every day, and if you don't compete, you'll be in the back. It doesn't matter how talented you are. If you're not competing, then you're gonna be on the bench. So I had to kind of learn to compete a little bit more,
Hmm.
not just rely on they know how I play, they know what I could do. So I had to show it, show it every day. The skill set is different from high school. It's a lot different from high school because other people around you can score 10 points as well. They can give you 15 on a good day or on a bad day. So I think it's just realizing you're not the only focus
Hmm.
anymore. Like you have some more help. AAU, I had some help. I had a lot of help AAU, but I don't know. College is different. It's just a different mindset. So
Yeah, and that is a challenge because you're the young buck coming there.
right.
Uh, and I remember when I was a freshman, I was like, "Look, I'm the man. I don't know what y'all talking about." Yeah, so I don't care about no juniors, no seniors, and no sophomores. I'm coming to get mine. And yeah, it was a battle every day. But I mean, as long as you can settle those battles, within those practices and the scrimmages and stuff like that, and let the coaches let it play out with the coaches or how they select who's going to start or who's coming off the bench.
Mhm.
To know that you put in your best effort, right? But sometimes it's a weird thing because people get mad, even though they're on your team, they get mad at you if you take their spot. I mean, or if you take their
Hell yeah.
time.
Mhm. It's crazy because I was a quiet kid coming in. I didn't say much. This is probably the most I've talked. Last year, I felt like I really grew as a person, just being more social, meeting new people, being able to talk like this. But
Hmm.
freshman year coming in, I was a quiet kid. I ain't say much. I was out the way. I didn't care to meet new people. I just want to do my business and go home. So they kind of tried me. Then gotta let them know you ain't always quiet. So
I like
yeah,
that. Oh
yeah.
man. And so what is it? What is your major? Uh,
Environmental and interior design. So it's basically interior architecture.
okay.
Mhm.
Okay. So what are you gonna do? Build building something? I don't know.
Yeah, I wanna build first. I want to build my own house
Okay.
and design the space and the inside, and then I want to do like parks, houses, anything. I just want to design. I want
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
I did that
Okay. How many rooms in the house and what else is in the house
in my
besides the
house.
building? Yeah, yeah, in your house.
So I want to live by the water.
Okay.
So I have to have a deck or a patio so I can sit outside. The living room is going to be a step up from the kitchen. So the kitchen is going to be here and a little step down to the living room with windows on the side that leads to outside. Um, I need at least 3 bedrooms because I know my mom and dad going to come. I'm popping it out. My sister always has a place to stay. She can live with me if she wants to, but she going to be on that side of the house. Um, and a little movie theater room, maybe
Oh,
5 seater, nothing too big, maybe 10. Um, and that's all I really desire.
no pool.
Oh yeah, a pool, uh,
Yeah.
um, outdoor because it's gonna be nice where I'm at.
Okay. And
Mm.
where's that?
Somewhere along the beach.
Okay, I hear you. And then what about you gotta have a court.
Inside indoor court.
Okay.
Indoor court.
Yeah. You know what I would like to? Like you have an indoor court,
Mm-hmm.
right? And it's like nice. But when it's really nice outside, you just push a button
And the
and the
ceiling.
walls and ceiling
Yeah.
everything. Yeah, then I'm outside. Yeah.
Right. I like that.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, that'd be hot, you know.
Mhm.
I'm looking forward to you designing something. I think I just saw your former coach,
Which one?
Brian.
Yeah. It's Brian.
I mean, I know you can beat him one on one. I mean,
Yeah, I don't want to do that. It's gonna hurt his feelings.
oh, you beat your dad one on one?
Yeah.
That's pitiful. Yeah. Oh man. So this year, you had an awesome year, and with all this stuff that's going on, where are you in regards to? Are you junior still?
I'm a junior I'm technically a junior. I'm a
Hmm.
sophomore on the court going into my junior year. And
Okay.
then academically, I'm a sophomore going into my junior year, my major. So I'm a year behind. So I'm graduating my grad year.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So you're on target,
Yeah.
right? So this year, I mean, man, you put up some stats this year. 15 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals. I'm sure you will correct me. I remember
That
I
was
said,
that's true. That was earlier in the season.
okay, so now what are they now? Because you sent me, it says 16 points.
16.2 points, 6.1 rebound, 2.5 steals, and assists, 3.9.
Yeah. So you were doing your thing, almost had a quadruple double.
Yeah,
Did you know?
yeah,
Did you
but
you you knew what you needed?
yeah.
I, I ain't gonna say it.
No. We can talk about it. I want to talk about it.
Okay, go ahead.
I didn't tell my teammates because I wanted it to be natural.
Right,
I didn't know the history that it would have been if I recorded it, but I'd rather it be natural.
right.
So, I mean, I joke about my teammate Elena. She stole 2 of my rebounds, and I said I got it, and she just couldn't take it. And I'm like, hey, I'm trying to do something here, but
Yeah. Well, your cousin Losey was having a natural born fit. I mean, he was like, "That girl, what is she doing?"
right.
We all were in here. Come on, what's going on?
The last shot, I tried to throw it off the backboard, and then I was like, yeah, I think this is where it's gonna be at. What's meant for me gonna be meant for me.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's true. That's true. I mean, I had a quadruple double in high school, and I had one in college.
Cool.
But I wasn't trying to get no quadruple doubles. I was like trying to get some points. I was like, yeah, that's what I was trying to get. Yeah, I think if you think about it, right, like nobody really thought about a triple double. Like
Right.
even when Oscar Robertson did it almost his entire career, and then Westbrook started doing it, that I thought about, like, you know what, I could have averaged I was good rebounding guard, good passing guard, but you don't think about it. You just think about winning. I mean, helping your team win. So you're not thinking about all those things, but you probably could average man, you could probably, you had a few triple doubles this year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. She said, yeah. And so, do you plan on going further in terms of the basketball?
Yeah, for
When
sure. I'm not stopping until I get to the league. So
um,
we're
well,
gonna get to the league. We're gonna play for a little bit. go overseas, and then retire.
Okay. And get that architecture degree.
Side hustle, side hustle.
Side hustle. Hey, I always say it's important. It's important now, um, to network, because it was one of the things that doesn't happen when we're in college. And you probably better prepared than I was, right? Because when I was in college, I didn't know anything about networking,
Hmm.
right? And everybody that's going to your school now i- is going to be doing something, right?
Right.
You walk by people, they're looking at you. Oh yeah, that's Teisha Hyman. Oh, she's a basketball player. She almost had she had triple double. She almost had a quadruple double, right? And you going like, you smile, yeah, that's me, like that. And that person, I'm not saying you can't be, but I'm saying
Mhm.
you may walk by a person who's gonna own a multi-million-dollar company, or they're gonna be a doctor or a
Mhm.
psychiatrist. Everybody's there trying to reach their MBA,
Right.
right? So networking is so important when you say, okay, you know, investments into my business, into my architectural firm,
Mhm.
networking is going to be powerful. And Syracuse has a lot
Exactly.
of alumni, you know, and we're going to have a quick pop on guest here, right? We got a pop on guest. We got Mr. Rob Kent, right? And me, Rob, this is Teisha. I don't know if you know Teisha. You don't know Teisha, do you, Rob?
I don't know her. I know of her, obviously.
Yeah, because he's a
Nice
Syracuse.
hat, Lowe's, I have to say.
Yeah, I knew you. That'd be the first thing you said. You
You
rather.
should have had the shirt I bought you when we beat you
Uh,
in the bowl game. I
okay,
remember
well, I'm gonna
that.
just show you. There you go, right there. There's a shirt right there. And I'll let Teisha know that. Of course, I went to West Virginia, and Rob went to Syracuse, and so we're always betting. Because West Virginia played in one of the bowls against Syracuse, and we bet that whoever lost would wear that school's colors.
Okay.
So that's how I got my Syracuse hat, because I lost the bet. I've been losing a few of them lately.
Yeah. Sorry
you
about
know,
that. With the
yeah,
both.
yeah. But Rob, tell Teisha a little bit about yourself, and see
Sure. So,
that's where that networking come in.
yeah. So I'm a native Syracusan. Actually, she's younger than me, but I went to Nottingham, so I know Coach Leggett. I know her family. You're blessed. You're gonna be a great coach. I'm so glad she's coming home. So, um, yeah, that's a great move. So, and congratulations to you, by the way. You had a great season. I know it was tough, but you played really well. So,
Thank
my
you.
son and I are big fans. So, every time you posted triple doubles there, I was sending Lowe's and Patrice notes like had to call it out. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So I'm a Syracuse grad. Went there for law school, and I worked in the addiction space, so that's where I know Patrice from. And when I figured out Lowe's was her husband, and remembered how much he terrorized Syracuse when he played at West Virginia. But I'm
Yeah,
now.
look at
Yeah,
that. There go Roosevelt Bowie. You see Roosevelt Bowie right
yeah,
there? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah, he stayed out the picture because he didn't want to be like,
It ain't gonna be
you
a
know,
poster.
no, he was part of the poster. See, I'm autographing the other one down there.
So I'm the general counsel in the White House Office of National Drug Control Strategy. So working for another Syracuse alum, President Biden. He went to law school at Syracuse as well. So
Wow. See, there you go. You trying to
Nice to
build,
meet you.
yeah, you trying to build that architect business. There you go.
yeah,
You got the president. Wow. Rob, you got any questions for Teisha, or vice versa?
no, go right ahead, Teisha, if you have any questions.
How did you get started? Like, how did you get so big?
Not so big, but no, I loved politics, so I went to law school. Actually, before I went to law school, I did an internship in the New York State Senate, and went to law school, and the senator I worked for hired me back. So I moved to Albany 30 years ago. I'm now down in Virginia working in, where I said where I worked. And it's all, as Lo said, it's about connections, it's relationships. Beyond that, the degree from Syracuse, it matters, especially down like this area. A lot of alums, as you know, the fans travel well for Q Sports. So, but no, I started as a lawyer out of law school, working for a state senator, and a year after I started working for him, he became the majority leader of the Senate, which was complete luck. And then it's just all about treating people well and developing relationships and the network. And but when people from Syracuse know you went to Syracuse, that matters in these in situations. It really does. Just like I'm sure Lowe's, it matters connections with the West Virginia alums all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, I wanted to bring Rob on to meet you. I'm sure he's going to be attempting to get to a game at some point.
Well, definitely now I'll have to, because all of the Nottingham alums who are all over the country, now that one of our own is, she's not only a Syracuse alum, she was a Nottingham High School alum first. So, yeah, we're really excited. There's been a lot of chatter on social media from all the Nottingham folks. Her brother, by the way, he was closer to my age. He was an amazing athlete. Nowadays, he would have been a 5-star. He would have gone to a major. He was an incredible athlete. So the whole family. But, and we watched, my son's a big women's basketball fan. He's actually, it's halftime, right, Sam?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. South Carolina destroying Creighton. But
who's winning that game?
Oh, South Carolina's up by like 20 points, I think.
That's why I didn't want to watch it.
The painful thing is watching all these Syracuse players at all these other schools. But be honest, but you stuck it out, and we're proud of you because you had a great year. I know it was a tough year, but think this is a good start. So, and we'll be rooting for you big time.
Thank you.
Wow.
Maybe if you play at Virginia, we'll go. My son and I will travel down to Charlottesville. We'll
Okay.
not get kicked out rooting for Teisha and the Syracuse women.
Yes. Well, Rob, thanks, man. I appreciate you. Yeah. I love our competition. I tell you this one last thing about Syracuse. I was at a fundraising event in New York City, and with a major investor. And everybody was there, from the owners of the Giants, Jets, celebrity players. And I see Coach Boeheim, right? So I walk up behind him and I tap him on the shoulder. I'm like, Coach, like that. He turns around, looks at me, looks like, I said, Lowe's Moore, like that. He said, oh my God, I'm having a nightmare. Oh man. And I used to be a problem to Syracuse. It's just
you were,
yeah. And I love playing against them because a lot of guys like Roosevelt Bowie and Lewis Orr, right? They eventually, we were good friends because we played in a lot of high school all-star games after the season. So we connected real well. And so again, Rob, thanks for coming on, man. Teisha, remember that name, Rob Kent.
Okay.
Always feel free to reach out. You can get connected through Lowe's.
Okay.
Get the degree though. Hey, great luck to you. Do the schoolwork. Get that degree. It'll matter for you.
She can't come home. My mom would not let her come home if she don't get that degree.
No, we're all proud of you. So best of luck in your education and best of luck with the basketball program.
Thank you so much.
You take care.
Thanks, Rob.
All right, Lowe's. Take care.
All right. Yeah, that's Rob. That's my competition right there. You know, all these orange, and I had the nerve to put orange in my logo and stuff. I don't know about that. I'm gonna switch up and get some gold in there. No.
Yeah.
What do you, who well, okay, since we're talking March Madness, who's gonna win? Who's who you picking for the to win the championship? NCAA.
South Carolina,
South Carolina?
but maybe Stanford. I want South Carolina to win. I like South Carolina team, but they've been a little
Okay.
shaky this year, up and down.
Yeah.
It's kind of been consistent, so I think it's gonna be a good game. But I don't think South Carolina's gonna let themselves lose because they lost the SEC. So
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, the thing is, you can't be streaky,
yeah,
and they're pretty good, very good defensive team. But
mm.
sometimes they can get a little streaky in their shooting, and
Which one?
South Carolina,
Yeah,
they
for
can be a
sure.
little streaky in their shooting, and you can run into a team that plays some decent defense, but can really shoot the basketball, and that's what's happening with Creighton.
Mm.
Yeah, they you can't leave them open. They knocking down shots, So yeah, and so South Carolina. Well, I know who my mother's going for.
Oh,
I know who my oldest son is going for. They
who
going for you. They big UConn fans.
tomatoes, tomatoes, tomatoes.
Yeah. Oh wow. And we got to get my mom. I think a friend of mine. I don't know if you met him. His name is Ed Cheatham. He's up in Syracuse. He probably come walk up to you. He got like a beard, like a great beard and stuff like that. He said, I'm from Mount Vernon.
I don't think I met him yet.
Nah, well, he's always at the games and stuff. He always call me up and text me and tell me how you doing and stuff like that. Since you've been there, he was just here in Mount Vernon the other day. He just here Friday and he came by, man, talking about you. Teisha's doing really well, like that. But you'll run into him this year, and he was trying to get me and Treese to. I said, look, I'm gonna come to Syracuse, but gotta be early. It gotta be
Yeah,
like early in the season, and we got to get there before the fall end, and no tricks, no snow
right.
while I'm there. And so, but yeah, he lives up there, and we're looking forward to coming up. We almost didn't we almost made it down to. We were trying to make that North Carolina trip where you played. I think North Carolina State. Remember you guys played earlier. We were trying to make that trip and come over to the games, but we couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, you ain't missed nothing. So
Hey, but the whole thing is support. It's
yeah.
just, yeah.
That's-
Hey. Oh, Troy said he met him in Ed Cheatham in Syracuse. Yeah. Oh, he could ball back in the day. Now he from the Boys and Girls Club, man. He didn't play on the high school team, but he should have been on the high school team. But he can ball, man. So hey, remember this is interactive. So if you have some questions, pop them questions up there, man, and we'll go through them. It said, who did you look up to as a player, and who do you look up to as a player now?
Okay. Growing up, WNBA, Simone Augustus, Lindsey Whalen. And on the men's, the NBA, I used to like LeBron. I used to be a LeBron fan for a little bit. And then I switched to KD.
Okay.
And then I saw Derrick Rose play, and then he just won me over since then. And now for the WNBA, I'm still a Lindsey Whalen fan, and I like Courtney Vandersloot. Those are my
Oh
top.
yeah. Yeah, no, she can play.
Mhm.
She can play. Look, he said, "It was." I don't think she mentioned your name, man. Just honestly, you're going a little too far now. Love Derrick Rose. What do you like about Derrick Rose? The old Derrick, this Derrick Rose, or or the earlier Derrick Rose?
All of it, but
All of it.
I'm the biggest, oldest Derrick Rose fan. There we go. The biggest, oldest Derrick Rose fan. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
You all around Derrick Rose, no matter what.
Yeah, he can have well, he just had another surgery, so he can have another one. I'll still be a Derrick Rose fan.
Well, you know what? Let me tell you something. Derrick Rose was extremely athletic, extremely athletic, and you know what I admire about him? Because some people can't get hurt because their game was all about the athleticism, not about understanding of the game or
Exactly.
that they can play. Like even after he was hurt, he
Mm-hmm.
was still balling. He's still balling right now because he just know how to play, you know. And yeah, I really like him, man. He does some wonderful things, and he's improved. You know, particularly his jump shot,
Yeah.
medium range, long range jump shot. Yeah, yeah. So okay, so you're gonna show me some Derrick Rose moves, you know,
The finishes around the basket.
finishes around the basket. Yeah,
Yeah.
left and right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Who's that? David Brooks. David Brooks. If basketball doesn't work out, what are your other goals?
The architecture, the interior design. Also, I want to start my own clothing line, so I'm probably gonna start that in the summer. I've been trying to start it for a couple years, but I need to really buckle down this summer and start it. So those are my two goals.
Okay. I think it's your mom. He said, "What do you do in your spare time?"
You know what I do on my spare time? I like to use my brain to challenge myself. So I like puzzles. I like Minecraft, Legos, building cars. I like to challenge my brain, kind of do stuff with my hands. I like to play video games. I like to watch movies. I think it's become my favorite thing, watch movies. Or just enjoy nature. I can sit outside all day, take a walk in a nature trail, and I'll be content with that.
Awesome. Yeah, and his Deborah Royal. Um, who is your favorite paparazzi?
What's that mean?
Somebody that takes pictures of you.
Nobody. I don't like pictures.
Well, you got enough of them.
Yeah.
So, my wife is saying, "Tell us about your book."
Okay, I'll tell you how it came about. I think it was was it elementary? Um, elementary elementary school. I had to do a science project about the digestive system. So we my mom saw that project and she just thought of this bright idea. Said, "Hey, teacher, you want to write a book?" And I said, "No, I want to go outside." And she said, "Well, you're gonna write a book," and I'm like, "I don't want to." She said, "Well, you got all summer, so you ain't going outside until you write the book." I wrote that book in 2 days. So, so that's how it came about, and she kind of pushed me out there, and I was shy. Still am a little bit, but I was shy. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I didn't want to write the book, but it became a great opportunity in the long run. You want me to? I think you're muted.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, that wasn't my fault. You see my hands right here. No, no. And if you make it to the pros, how will you get back to your community?
that's a good question. Well, first starting, the pros don't make that much money, but with the little like extra that I do have, I'm gonna start with my family first. I'm gonna get them financially stable, and I want to invest so I'm financially stable and everything. Then when I have spare money to give back to the community, I think it's just gonna go into education. I don't know yet. Maybe it's building another park to play at. Maybe it's whatever they need at the time. I really don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna definitely get back.
Well, here's a question there. Now with the new NCAA rules, where in regards to your branding and naming, has anybody approached you or talked to you about, or you thought about that possibility?
Of NIL?
I think it is.
Y-
Yeah,
Um,
where
no, not yet. The NIL is kind of tricky because it's mostly about how big your media presence is.
hmm
So I have to grow my media presence. I have to get my followers up some count. So that kind of grabs their eye. Sometimes it doesn't really matter about the skill. It's just about who has the most attention. But it makes sense. If you have the most attention, it gives their brand the most attention. So it's kind of like they probably see it as taking a chance. Maybe they won't benefit as much as they would with somebody with more media presence.
Well, yeah, if you take advantage of it in
Mhm.
regards to now you're becoming a kind of a big name in Syracuse. So
Right.
sometimes it can start local,
hmm
and start from there. I mean, I think you should look into it. I mean, it's another thing to throw on the plate. You're talking about your side hustle, there's a side hustle right there, building up building up that brand and man, you're going to be pretty hot this year coming into the year in Syracuse, and so yeah, I would be looking out for that, or at least figure out what it is, what does this mean, what it is it, and how do I take advantage of it?
I had signed with a agent, like a NIL representative, a couple of weeks ago. I'm trying to push for them to have my shirts sold in the school store. I mean, I think people would buy them. My classmates, they're big supporters of me. People from back home, my family, you guys. There's just no reason there shouldn't be some
Oh
type of
yeah,
Teisha Hyman apparel. So if that's not it, I'm gonna have my clothing line set up. So I'm gonna just make my own shirts and go from there.
yeah, cool. And then I think we is there another question, Dries? um how do you like the coin phrase is tea time?
So the funny thing is, right? This kid back in high school, Tashawn Lewis, they used to call him Tea Time because his name's Tashawn. So then Elder Green, he came to the game. He said Tea Time, and I'm like, oh man, you know, he don't know. But then somebody else up here, one of my teammates said Tea Time too. So I'm like, I'll just take it. You know what I'm saying? It's like I kind of took his name in a sense, but I guess it's a universal thing. So
Well, I like it.
like, yeah,
You
I do
know,
too. I like it.
little ball in a teacup.
Yeah, my teammates be
and,
telling me that too. So yeah.
and we got another popcorn guest in here. Let's see. We got another question. It says, when do you know you were that player in Westchester, New York, and throughout the country?
Um, honestly, when the people that were getting highlighted, when I would just kill them on the court, I knew, all right, I'm here. I'm in a way, I'm her. You guys talking about her, and I just gave her 30. I just gave her 20. So it's like when I just kept getting on the court, and everybody wanted a piece of me. So then I just handled my business. So that's when I really knew, like, there weren't too many people that could really compete with me. And I'm quiet, so I just compete and move on. So that's when I kind of knew.
Well, is your dad quiet?
Um, it depends.
There you go, right there.
He's not quiet at the game.
He's not like my wife, right? I mean,
I
I had
mean,
to move over a couple of seats, man. She ain't with
Yes,
me.
I
yes.
hear him when I'm on the court. I'm like, there he go.
Yes.
They're like, "Teach, look at your dad." I said, "I know, that's him."
Hey, how y'all doing?
Good, good, good. Hey, I was telling her back in the day, man, we used to go in the gym and tear some folks up.
Well, yeah, y'all used to. I mean, I was younger than you guys, so I was always watch y'all when y'all down there. But when y'all went down there to North Carolina, they definitely was in the gym. Y'all was in the house.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, they call people from every little town in North Carolina.
Right,
The Moors are here.
right,
Come on down here and get beat up.
right, right. What's up, T?
Oh, oh, sorry. No, that's me.
Oh,
Okay.
you got fans. Somebody calling you right now, man. Get give about to sign you to something.
But
I'm speaking all that in existence.
let me straighten something out, though.
Okay.
Listen, Teisha don't want to give me no credit for any kind of skills. I admit she's way better than I was in high school.
Well, I told you that. Then I told you that already. I told you
Yeah,
when she was in
I already know that. I'm
the
humble
seventh
enough
grade.
to-
I said, Troy, your daughter's better than you already.
already.
That's just
And
so good.
that's some fly pictures, but that dude in the middle, down in the bottom, it was nice. But anyway, I was pretty good. I was good. My real sport was baseball. I was like, I should have stayed with baseball, but I played basketball. I was a defensive player, all county defensive player, and back then I was a point guard and a two guard, and it was a different role back then. They had you had to pass the play, pass the ball and do what they say, and that everything was set up for a different person. But now you have you're able to create as a point guard. It's a whole different ball game.
Yeah.
But she's way better than I am. And my jump shot now, because my knees and my back hurt, it is an air ball.
Oh,
So let me straighten that out.
But just get closer to the basket. Don't try to shoot no
And
threes.
I ain't trying to even play no more.
form looks good. The form is good. It just, I don't know what happened after.
Oh man, can your mom shoot a jump shot? Y'all got quiet, man. What's up?
Can your wife shoot a jump shot?
Yeah, she played at Fairfield. She played at high school. Her jersey's on the wall.
No, I meant my dad.
Oh,
Your wife
can your wife shoot?
You said your wife played at Fairfield?
Yeah.
I mean, your mother?
No, my wife played at
Oh, your wife, yeah. My wife, she went to high school.
Oh man, yeah, they're funny. Oh man, yeah. I don't think Teisha and I we never got in the gym to work out or nothing. Nah, you was just busy balling. You've been balling since you was like yay high, so you've been busy.
It started off when we noticed the skill when she was like maybe about 3 years old. She was around the house dribbling a tennis ball. And I was like, oh man, that I said, you see that? Said it to my wife. And I just really didn't think nothing of it besides just she just can dribble a tennis ball. And then my wife decided to put her in I-9. And, that's where it all started. First day, I had to talk to my wife about that. The first day she went to I-9 with earrings on, big earrings on. And I was like, you do not, Angie. But she had the idea to get us started, but you can't wear the earrings and be all dressed up looking cute to play ball. And even at that young age, she showed that she was above the rest of the people. So
yeah, no, she had skills.
Mm-hmm.
Angie's mom said she could play.
Huh? She said she could play.
Oh, come on.
Maybe violin or something.
Oh man, Tree said, "What advice would you give a young girl today who wants to play college basketball?"
Couple things. I would say first, position it in your heart, because a lot of people think it's easy, Like it really takes a lot of hard work and dedication. You're gonna have to be very disciplined, get up early hours to work out three times. I mean, 3 hours a day, really early. And I would say for now, this generation of game, you have to be good at a little bit of everything, and then be great in one category. I don't think you can afford to kind of be one dimensional anymore. So I would say be if you're a shooter, be able to dribble the ball as well. And or if you want to just be a shooter, be able to dribble, to shoot off the dribble and catch and shoot. Like just be able to shoot all around. I think just having versatility is very important nowadays.
So what's the plan for next year? What do you see yourself? What do you think your strengths and weaknesses are, and what do you think you need to improve on to prepare for next year?
Um, I'll go with my weakness first. My weaknesses is the consistency. I'm kind of inconsistent. Um, I need to, how do I say it? Not develop, but improve my left hand. Um, I want to get it as good as my right hand, so I'm gonna work really hard over the summer. I need to be a threat, like a big threat going left. I'm an okay threat going left right now, but I need to be a big threat. My jump shot, it has to be from outside beyond the arc. It has to be more consistent. I want to shoot above 35% next season. My strengths, my creativity. I feel like that is unmatched. My IQ is unmatched. I know the game. I'm a point guard, so you know I'm playing it too. So I think it gives me an advantage. I can see the court from a two without the ball in my hand. I know how to move without the ball. I think I just bring a lot to the table. And I also want to improve consistency on defense too. Kind of take some plays off. I got to stop that.
Well, wow, I mean, I've never heard an athlete say I took some plays off.
I ain't gonna say it, but I'm gonna say it. I'm being honest.
Yeah, no, and I mean that's one of the things about next level improvements, right? Is production per minute, right? And as your production per minute increases, you don't take plays off,
Right.
right? And it's energy, right? It's always energy. You get them. Oh, I can rest here. Well, great players don't rest. They,
Right.
they get in they get in great shape so that they can perform at the highest level every second, every minute in a game, right?
Right.
Because that's the thing that's going to take you to that next level.
Hmm.
I enjoy watching you. I mean, I'm probably your dad probably worse. He's worse than me because I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sitting there like, come on. I don't yell at you.
Oh my God.
I'm not that kind of dad. I just kind of go like, and her mother's screaming like, push up, get your legs up underneath you. What was that?
They too. My mom and dad, they are different. My dad, he gonna express gratitude and disappointment all in one breath. My mom, she gonna calm down. It's okay. And then she gonna text me, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Or she goes air ball. I'm like, what team are you going for? So she's more sneaky with it. So.
Oh my God. Yeah. So
Well, I always been hard on Teisha, and that's one of the things that I have to work with. I had to work with, but it was all out of love, and I had to. I had to really learn how to say what I have to say in my head, but it always shows in my expressions. Like,
It's all good.
yeah, you can tell in the face, man. The face don't lie.
not
And
this one.
so the final question is now, after you had a great season, and your team had great moments. They
Mhm.
had some moments where they couldn't really find that place as a team of consistency, you know. And sometimes I used to think in my head that they weren't on the same page in regards to you know understanding the bottom line was not everybody wins when you win, right? And everybody does well when you do it together, right? I think there was a lot of selfish moments out there, but this year, and then it's tough on the coach too. You lost a lot of players, you gained a lot of players, and so to do it in a pandemic to try to bring a team to a certain amount of chemistry is tough. And I mean, he had a hard road for him, and it's just totally different era. But now you're about to start a new one. You got a new coach coming in. What's your thoughts on your new coach? I mean, she did it over the last 10 years at Buffalo. She's been amazing. I mean, she was a good player at Syracuse, right? And a Hall of Famer, right? So she's coming back in the fold with some success. So how do you feel? Because she's getting the gym in you,
Yeah.
right? I just know that, and I hope for you it's not this way. But I had a change when I was an All American as a sophomore. I had a change after that sophomore year, right? And sometimes, and I'm not saying her, but I had to make an adjustment to the coach because I wasn't recruited by that coach,
Mm.
right? And so I'm hopefully that day is gone where coaches, you chose to come to Syracuse, she chose to come to Syracuse, right? So she sees you as a valuable player to the future of the program, and not I didn't recruit you, you're not my player, right?
Mm.
And I was an All American, so and I was treated like that. But I'm not saying she will do that. And are you excited about this transition and kind of stabilizing?
Um, yeah, I'm actually excited to have her. Um, I saw what she did at Buffalo with, and I feel like she did extremely well with what she had. You know, her team had beat us in the Bahamas, so I'm just kind of excited, and I just want to win now. You know, if that means me, you know, taking kind of a second hand role, then that's fine with me. You know, I just want to win. So I'm gonna still be me. I'm gonna still produce my numbers. But if other people got to shine as well, like me, I'm all for it. Let's just win. You know.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Because your talent and skills will just come to the top, man. They will rise to the top.
Oh, I also
Um,
want to say, she definitely recognizes my talent. So I think we're here. I think we're here.
okay. It said, final question here. What would you say to kids wanting to come to Syracuse, aside from the bathrooms? Laughed out loud.
Um, it's cold. It's snowing. It snowed today actually. It snows all the time. Weather's very inconsistent, but academic wise has just how Rob Kent has said earlier, getting a degree here means a lot from to a lot of people. So networking is very important even throughout campus. The campus is big, but it's small. Once you kind of get here, it's small. So I think you just have to find the right people. Don't be shy. Let me stress the importance of that. Do not be shy. I can speak for myself. I missed out on a lot of opportunities because I was shy. So I think just being able to be social and speaking, even if it's a high and by every day, you know, kind of just opening more opportunities for yourself. So don't be shy and kind of just be in the moment and take advantage of every opportunity that you have or presented with.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, and I want to give a shout out. Your sister's in Stanford, huh? A dancer. Oh, well, I saw them pictures. Well, I saw a couple of videos of your sister dancing. She's good, man. Is she gonna be on Broadway? You think she gonna be on Broadway?
Well, I think so. It's just a different avenue for her. Like with Teisha, it's easier for Teisha because it's more exposure. But for dancing, she's got to push. She got to find it out there. But she has a talent. If she has a desire to be out there, she can be out there.
Is that what
But
she wants?
well, I think she wants to teach um, dance to children with special needs. She has a passion for kids with special needs, so she's looking into that. Maybe that'd be her line if she's not into Broadway, but she wants to do something in the line of dancing for
She
kids.
and she's good with children. I don't know how. I don't know. She's just a natural kid person. I can't do it. Once you start crying, it's like go back to your parents or something. From the sender, you know.
She get her dancing skills from me too. That's not funny. That's true.
Well, okay. I'm only laughing because Tisha's laughing. I mean, I don't know
Tisha,
whether you can dance or not.
I used to.
Well,
I
my
try to
sister
dance
Tracy
now,
can
but
attest to that. I'm gonna ask her when I get off. I'm gonna call Tracy. I'm gonna say, look, I'm gonna call her tomorrow and see if you could dance or not, because y'all one partying together.
listen, I used to. I could dance, but now I got too much church in me. But it's like all my dances feel like I'm in church.
Oh man, you know what happened to me, man? My mom would probably tell me I used to dance all the time, right? Until I stopped playing basketball. I had all these moves on the floor, and man, when the music came on, I couldn't find the step.
Right.
I had it round the back, spinning,
Right.
all that kind of stuff. I get on the dance floor like,
Right. I be trying to do that dance. I'll be like, God, I don't have no rhythm no more. Put on some church music.
you could say, yeah, that's what happened. All right. So Troy, Teisha, I want to say thank you, man, for taking time out your busy schedule, right? Um, I'm always around, right? And if I can help, let me know. Um, yeah, I know just as many Syracuse people as I do West Virginia people,
Okay.
and they let me know. Oh yeah, I went to Syracuse. Oh, okay. Well, but yeah, I'm looking forward to this upcoming season. We're definitely gonna get to Syracuse before it snows. and then and then we're gonna pick and choose our spots. Yeah. Maybe hit you up in North Carolina or something, South Carolina, something like that.
Right.
Yeah, but your dad always keeps us abreast, man. He texts us all the time on the game, so we can't not know there's a game because he got 29,000 people on the text. So
Right.
so again, thank you. Stay warm.
Okay. Thank you, and I'll be at your gym this summer.
Okay, I'm gonna get me a gym then. We'll find a gym somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate
All
you.
right.
Love you
Later,
guys.
man.
Love you.
Love you too, y'all. Later.
Yeah, y'all can stay on for a moment. I'm gonna close out here.
Oh, okay.
All right. So again, this is Lowe's Moore. I want to say thank you for your support of the Blueprint Podcast. Man, I hope you enjoyed the show. I don't know if you got young people out there. It's not a matter of whether or not they play sports or not. I mean, I think you could see from Tisha's experience and also from a mom and dad that they are always student athletes, right? Or student entertainers or students first. So the most important thing is to graduate. Go to school, graduate in or get credentialed in something, whether it's auto mechanics, becoming an electrician, going to college, finding your career. I mean, that's the most important thing is that you get credentials so that you could have the kind of life that you dream about. And so that's important. And if so happens that, sports is where you want to go, right? I'm not a dream killer. Go for your dream, right? But remember, education creates choices, right? And if you love sports, right? Look at a sports related alternative career. If you don't make it on the floor, it's the same thing in acting. Or if you can't act, right, then write the scenes, write the movie, get behind the camera, right? Become a coach, become an official, right? It's so many alternatives so don't be disappointed if you don't get on the floor. And if you get on the floor, appreciate every moment that you're there, right? Because it's short-lived. And like I said the other day, right? A lot of us know how to get in the plane. We know what our dreams are, and we get in the plane towards our dream. We get up in the airplane, right? In that dream, but most of us don't know how to land that plane, right? Like when it's over, what am I going to do? Have a backup plan, B and C, A, B, and C. So God bless you. I love you. Look forward to seeing you next week, and have a wonderful and awesome week. Uh-oh, we still here.
Oh gosh, sorry about that.
I do my final.
We really hope you enjoyed this episode of Lowe's More, the Blueprint Podcast. Stay connected and follow us at our website, www.lowesmore.com. That's LOWESMOORE.com. You can also join the discussion on Twitter at Lowe's More and on Facebook at Lowe's More Jr. As always, thank you for pushing your mindset towards a better reality. This concludes the most thought-provoking portion of your day. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this podcast to stay fully up to date with everything we're up to. Until next time, be kind to yourself and each other.
What they teaching is a joke. I ain't buying it like I'm broke. Insufficient funds for insignificant tongue.